What you waiting for? It's time. Time for love. It's time. Time for the sun and sand. It's time. Time for fun. It's time. It's time. It's time to let your hair down. Come on. Come on. Come on. To have no fear. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's time. What you waiting for? It's time. 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 What you waiting for?
And it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very, very special edition. I'm so excited. It is the 50th episode. Make some noise, baby.
Whoa.
So thrilling. I mean, it's been a long ride. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Merv Britto Show. My name is Merv Britto, and I am so excited, Joanne.
Oh, yes.
That we've hit 50.
Really? I know. I haven't quite hit 50 yet.
You've hit 50 or the show's hit 50?
50th episode, Mr. Barretto.
I haven't hit 50.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up on today's show.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of bad news. There's quite a lot in terms of the repercussions around the war in the Middle East with Iran, Israel and America. So we're going to be talking about a bit of the fallout that's actually happening here in Goa and in India.
Okay.
There's some breaking news coming from the UK that involves a guy from India as well. But then we're also wanting to try and lighten the mood a little bit. We want to talk about some fun things as well because we want to brighten people's day too.
It's the 50th episode. We got to keep them smiling. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started and jump right into all these very, very interesting topics, as we always do on the show, it takes a team. It takes a village. I always like to give thanks to all the people that make this happen, starting with Mr. Ajoy Barretto. Round of applause for the big fella.
I'm back.
He's back. Where did you go?
Shady's back.
And I don't know if these guys miss me or not, but I'm back.
Shady's back.
Shady's back. He is a bit shady. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Wilbert Cardozo.
Hello guys, hope you're having a wonderful week and Easter is coming up.
Easter is coming up and mango season's coming up. We're going to talk about that?
Yes, well, no, we talked about that last week, but it's Palm Sunday, isn't it?
It's my favorite fruit, Joanne. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the studio with us today. The one and only.
Polynomial.
The one and only Mr. Kirsten Robertosa.
Salam, my good people.
Come on, you got to come up with a new line, dude. It's always salam, my good people. You want some date? Could you
I'm going to Russia now.
Okay, let's do Russian accent. Come on, mate. Oh, flop. Turn it off. Turn the mic off.
Vodka?
I don't need vodka, my friend. I need some.
Yes, Putin.
You know what? It's been a very strange week. I'm in such a brilliant mood. I tell you what, you can't keep me down. You can't get me down.
I'm
We're
here.
getting a writing error over here.
I'm here.
I know, my pet. We're going to get to you last but not the least. The one and only. I don't have a title for you. The wordinator, Terminator. What is it called? What do I call you? I call you a lot of names. I call you a lot of names. You're the big dog on the show, the love of my life, the one and only Mrs. Joanne Britto.
Hi everyone, happy Palm Sunday, which is leading into Holy Week for us Catholics. So it's a really exciting week for us, one of the biggest weeks of the year. But we've got a lot to talk about on the show. But guys, I'd forgotten to tell you earlier that Merv and I have actually swapped out our bed for a trampoline.
What are you guys doing on the trampoline?
You'll never guess what.
You don't want us to guess on that one.
No, I just wanted to tell you, Merv hit the roof.
Why?
Because we swapped out the bed for a trampoline.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, it was a joke I heard yesterday. I thought it might be funny.
You're trying to get lined up for
there's more to this joke than meets the eye. I'm pretty sure, guys. You better ask the question.
Joke. It's a cheesy joke. There's a guy, Tony Blackburn, in the UK. He was the first guy on Radio 1. He's been well known for a very long time, and he actually does the cheesiest jokes ever. And that was one I heard yesterday, and it just made me laugh, and I thought I'd try it out on you lot, but waste of time.
No, that was a good one. I liked it. Very funny. She is the wordinator, the Terminator. Joanne, can you believe it's been 50 episodes?
No, I can't. My God, that means it's like more or less a year, isn't it?
People ask me all the time, and we meet some very kind people that are very, very sweet and always have good things to say. We've had a lot of support on the show. I always say thank you to the people on the team, on our team, because we couldn't do it without them. You guys work hard. Joanne, you worked your tail off this week to get this. But you, Neil, Willie, Kirsten, you guys have done a lot of stuff to make this happen and get us to the stage. The fact of the matter remains, it takes a village, and we're always very, very appreciative of all the kind comments, the people that get involved, the people that say things. We do the show every Sunday. It's a live. It's one of the only. It's probably the only live broadcast podcast where people from anywhere in the world can get in touch with us. We can put people together from anywhere to anywhere. All you got to do is call. But you sent a lot of shout outs over the episodes we've done.
Yes.
The thing that I love most about is the fact that people say to me all the time, "What we have a good laugh, and you're educating, you're talking about topics that are trending, topical things that are happening right here in Goa, and it makes people aware while you have a laugh." It's my own take on certain things.
Yeah, we're kind of reflecting what's going on in the world, and I also wanted to mention that because somebody had pointed it out a couple of episodes ago, kind of talking about copyright and things like that. So we're not claiming these stories as our stories. We're just kind of amplifying stories that are already out there, and we're clearly showing where we're getting this news information from. So we're hoping by doing that, it's a little bit of a symbiotic relationship. So, we're promoting other people's platforms as well, where we're getting some of this news from.
It's very true, because there's a lot of people that do a lot of work, and we appreciate everything they do. They broadcast, they transmit, they print a lot of stuff, and we're not trying to take credit for any of that. The whole premise of the show is you don't even have to be Indian. We talk about this and do a live broadcast because we're passionate about the place we live. We love Goa. Goa's been home for us for a very long time, and a lot of you out there, a lot of you don't live in Goa currently. You may be going and living anywhere in the world, but a lot of you are not even Goan, maybe not even Indian, who've been to Goa and who love this place. And we talk about these issues because we want to educate, make people more aware of what's going on, good, bad, and ugly. The opinions that we express on the show are the opinions of they're our own opinions, and not necessarily the expressed or implied opinions of the Merv Britto Show. But we'd like to talk. We've got to communicate. The way to get over problems is just to talk, to speak, to get things out there. Don't be afraid of them. Like you mentioned, by the way, we're going to jump right into it. Before we jump into the first topic, if you want to get in touch with us, you want to know more about what we do and who we are, you can get in touch with us on your social media, wherever you get your social media. We're the Merv Britto Show, whether it's on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. It's the Merv Britto Show. We've got a website called themervbrittoshow.com.
Correct.
You can watch a lot of the old 49 plus episodes that we've done, but also you can learn more about the team that make the crew that make this all happen.
Absolutely. And also when you're following us, you can also see some of our older content as well, which again, we're also working to repurpose some of that. And we're going to showcase some of that also at the end of the show, kind of highlighting some of the 49 episodes and some of the content that came out of that.
Get in touch with us anywhere you get your social media, on our website, but also we have a telephone line that if you don't believe we're live, call us. We will answer the phone 7507-246-246. We'd love to hear from you. Joanne sends shout outs all the time and wishes people for birthdays and special occasions. Excuse me. If you don't believe we're live, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. We appreciate 50 episodes down. We really, really appreciate the involvement. People have left some very kind comments. People have said things to me in person. They watch the show all the time. They get a good kick out of it. We don't take ourselves seriously, but we do really, really focus on what we do. We take it seriously. It's not a hobby. It is a show that we're very proud of. We've done 50 episodes, and I really appreciate everything that all of you have done to make this happen. I'm getting a call in from Yusuf. We didn't mention Yusuf and Neil. These are also integral parts of what we do. Mr. Neil, I'm going to call him Neil Rodrigues, who's our social media guy, and a gentleman who's on the phone with me right now. Mr. Yusuf Mataji. Yes, Yusuf, how are you, buddy? No, wait, I'm going to put you on the air. Say hello. Yusuf Mataji.
What's he got to say?
Can you hear this? You can't hear him? Is my phone tuned in?
No, we can't hear.
Wait, let me turn this on.
We're having
Having a technical problem?
Technical problem.
Now?
Yeah, it looks like it. With Isuf's.
Uh-oh.
Is it not connected?
Yusuf,
Why is my
what's
phone
going
on?
on?
The studio phone is connected.
Is he on mute?
No, he's not on mute.
Is that a personal mute button?
Yusuf, speak up, dude. I can't hear you.
He started Ramadan again. I think.
He's finished his fasting. How about now? Can you hear me now? There you go. Yusuf, you're on the air. Tell us, how you doing?
Sir, flood is the Himalaya province of very rainfall.
What? No, we're talking about the show, 50 episodes. We're not talking about the weather. What do you got to say?
This is China. This is the World War.
Oh, God damn it. Listen, you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. We're not talking about the war. We're going to talk about it later, Yusuf. I can't talk to you right now. We're in the middle of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of very, very interesting topics to talk about on the 50th episode. This actually got my attention. You mentioned about Indian and the reason we do the show.
Yeah.
An Indian dude in Derby.
Yes, in the UK.
What's that all about? Talk to me, mate. What is breaking news?
Yeah, well, last night it happened. So it was 9:30 UK time that a black Suzuki Swift actually drove into a crowd of 7 people in the town centre. And it's a guy of Indian origin that they're saying that they've arrested. So thankfully there's no life-threatening injuries. However, it's a bit disturbing to hear this news.
It's strange because normally Indian people that we've got a lot of problems of our own. We don't have time to create other people's problems. It's disheartening to me as an Indian for the simple reason that it gives us a bad reputation. We're not extremists. We're not we're maybe a secular country, but at the end of the day, we love everybody. Everybody's racist, and we've got our own opinions. Not to the extreme where you'd actually run a car into people. What was happening? Is it something going on? Why? What was that crowd?
There's no motive that's been discussed at this point in time. It's just saying that a man in his early 30s, originally from India, has been arrested. So nobody really knows exactly what's going on, whether he's living there locally, whether he's got some grievance with, anything in particular that's going on where he's living or anything like that. Nobody knows. So if I would say anything, it would be complete speculation, but that's all that's been reported so far.
I'm glad nobody's hurt, as always.
They've been hurt, but not
killed.
Not
you know what I mean?
Threatening injuries.
But yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, we don't know enough about it, but our thoughts and prayers to go out to anybody who's been injured by this.
Yeah.
But you've got a lot of Indians, by the way, in the UK anyway. Half of India's there. Half of Punjab lives in the UK. We've been able to operate and do our share to help out. You don't need something like this to mar and to scar the reputation of India, leave alone all the people that live there. It's definitely not reflective of the rest of us. Was he pissed off because he wasn't getting enough gas?
Well,
we've got a crisis.
I was just about to mention it's scary that people are using cars as weapons. That's a really disturbing thing, and it's been an increasing trend over the last few years. But yeah, you're right. You're right to mention talking about fuel and everything, because obviously with the ongoing war in Iran, there's an awful lot of problems. The kind of knock-on effect with the people reporting shortages of oil, shortages of LPG gas, all of that kind of thing. So essentially, that's something that we have to really bring to people's attention and bring to people's notice.
Okay. What I'm saying to you is the fact of the matter is LPG gas is one thing, fuel prices is one thing.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that are fearmongers. You have these stupid people, the silly people that created, I think it was Narendra Modi ji's speech that created this huge crisis. Well, you're talking about the fuel panic. Yeah, we're speaking about fuel. By the way, in the UK, you've got your congestion fee.
Yeah,
that should keep
yeah,
people out of cars. Full stop. The prices in the UK are ridiculous. But here in India, when the Prime Minister PM Narendra Modi made that speech and scared people, you had silly people lining up at the petrol station, the gas stations, for hours.
Yeah, I think that was Monday night. There was a run on the petrol, wasn't there?
And fuel, LPG, liquefied gas. Listen, people use gas here. We've had no issues with gas until now, and it's sad because it is sad because panic sets in, and these silly, small-minded and petty people try to create the stir. And it's very sad because it's the innocent, unknowing, the people that don't know a whole lot that panic and go and stand in line. And in Kalangut, they're in traffic standing in line to get a cylinder filled. Yeah. There's no crisis. Yes, there's a war, and you will get your share of cooking gas and fuel. You don't need to go berserk, guys. Chill out. If there is a crisis, there's a war going on. But what did you do before you had gas here in Goa? You cooked on chulas. You used firewood, right? It's not the end of the world. What did you do during COVID? Yeah. Josh has sent a message. Josh Fields, whoever the heck he is.
That's an interesting surname.
Y'all are no, it's his stage name.
No, I know, but what I'm saying, we're talking about fuel. It's interesting that John Fuel is coming through.
Y'all are doing a wonderful job, and congratulations on your 50th episode. John says very kind. Josh, thank you. I don't know your surname, but thank you for sending that message. It's really nice, guys. We are survivors. As Indians, we are survivors. People around the world, listen, Indian people will make recycling a new art form. We know how to get our money's worth. My mom was that kind of person who could stretch $1. Let me tell you. But the fact of the matter remains, it's okay. It's not a big deal. There is a war going on in the world. It's a crisis, but you'll survive. You don't need to panic and go and top up your cars with fuel and worry about LPG gas. Things will ease, mate. Good times will come. Good things will happen.
Well, what do you think caused this? What's it called? Crisis and people running to the gas stations to get fuel.
It is something that I call small-mindedness, and people have nothing better to do than create panic.
I think people are consuming a lot of media on social media, and then people kind of hype that up. Then there are legitimate news reports, and then that kind of news gets amplified. And if the leaders start talking to say be careful, maybe conserve your energy, things like that, people then go into a bit of a panic.
Are you referring to what the Prime Minister said in the Assembly about austerity measures and what have you?
Austerity and all that's fine, Ajoy. Listen, you've got an international crisis. You got a world. Thanks to our friend Mr. Donald John Trump. DJT has gone to war with Iran. It has affected everybody, Iranians around the world, but everybody from everywhere is up in arms because a unilateral decision by one person has created this crisis. We're okay in India, guys. We are survivors. We've got people with a lot bigger problems. Argentina has stepped up. They've been providing us loads of fuel.
LPG gas, yes.
Argentina.
Yeah.
Argentina, South America.
Yeah. It's coming from 20,000 kilometers away. So they're extending a helping hand, which is amazing.
There's a crisis, and Indians, trust me, we're some of the most resilient people. But this crisis, and because of the Straits of Hormuz being choked, the Iranians have not given people permission. Countries like Pakistan, countries like India, these countries are having their
Indian Navy. The Indian Navy
has escorted
some ships through the Straits of Hormuz earlier on this week, and also Pakistan. I think they've been allowed 7 ships. It's been announced today, allowing 7 ships to actually escort.
So we don't need permission, basically, for India, for Pakistan.
Yeah, but
because we're not at war with Iran.
But also, additionally, India had established that they don't actually need to get permission from Iran because it's international water. It's not Iranian water. So they'd also established that earlier this week. And so they'd actually sent naval ships to escort some of these tankers through.
I hope people listening out there, listen, you guys, chill out. Yes, it's a time of crisis. You've got to be more austere. You've got to be a little bit more cautious and careful about the water you waste and the gas and blah, blah, blah. You know what my biggest, not condolences, but my heart goes out to? Is the commercial establishments that don't have commercial gas cylinders, who make their money and have to pay salaries and staff, who have to in turn go home and pay their bills. There's no commercial gas cylinders. It's only people at home that can get the supply normal supply of gas. Yeah. These poor commercials, and it bothers me, the shacks, hotels, all these shops that we go and have vada pav and samosas and shakuti and kafrial, they can't get gas, dude, because they're running on commercial gas, the blue and red cylinders.
But a lot of these guys are pivoting now. I know a lot of my friends who are, cooking on coal.
You got friends?
Obviously.
No, I mean,
you're one of them.
Sorry, that just came out. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jackman.
Jackman who?
No, Hugh Jackman. Never mind. I'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Ajo, I'm not making light of this, but you've got people that have restaurants, famous restaurants, and go all over Goa. That Goa's a tourist destination, guys.
Yeah.
People come to Goa to go and chill out at the beaches and party at night and drink and eat. We've got some of the best the restaurants, the chefs, the local cuisine, right?
Yeah.
And if those establishments can't provide meals, yes, they can cook on chulas and induction and all these kind of other things.
Yeah.
But it creates a huge bottleneck, a chokehold on the industry, and that's what bothers me. Everybody else, you'll be fine, you'll be okay. People are very resilient.
Yeah.
They're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're very, they can create.
Jugaad.
Resourceful.
Resourceful. That's the word I'm looking for.
Mo.
We'll get through it. Yes, sir.
I got a question. How's your breakfast been these days?
My breakfast, the breakfast queen. No, I got thrown a little bit because it's the 50th episode and I wanted to have a really big intro for Joanne. My breakfast has been absolutely awesome. I tell you what, I get a little bit of extra with the breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you treat the old girl well, you get a little bit of dessert with the breakfast. Today I had breakfast and she gave me cake and coffee. Sweetie, look at your face. I'm not going to say anything.
Clearly
Put it on her face. Change it to her face. Look at her face. Sweetie, I'm saying to you.
I thought you were going to describe the lovely roast chicken with the egg and the cheese and the lovely bread.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, baby.
I thought he was going to describe and the toasted Marmite.
Clearly,
So
the
obviously-
straight up Hormuz crisis is not facing Merv Britto and Merv Enterprises.
My wife is resilient. She's resourceful. She feeds me. She takes very good. Wife of the year. She said to me, I told you all this last week, Merv, you should go and play some golf. I love that.
I couldn't get rid of him. He didn't go.
Were you trying to get rid of me?
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
I can't afford to. Listen, right now there's a lot of stuff that's happening and I'm being austere and I'm being a little bit cautious. We've got a business to run. We've got mouths to feed. We've got people to take care of, but we've got it easy. We'll make it, guys. This is a tough time.
I was going to say, though, just one thing, just talking about austere times, that it was Earth Hour yesterday. So
what does explain that? That's a very good point.
Yeah, so basically Worldwide Fund for Nature has been running this for 20 years, whereby it's at 8:30 in the evening, and it's kind of supposed to be GMT, 8:30 in the evening, just for 1 hour, where you just switch off all the, unwanted lights and you kind of conserve energy. So there was quite a concerted effort around India. So a lot of these heritage sites, they'd switched off all of the lights, that would illuminate these places at night. So India Gate, things in Mumbai, as well as famous monuments in Delhi and everything. It was all turned, off. And even in Goa tourism was really trying to encourage that. So a lot of the hotels actually had switched off, all the extra lights and fans and things like that. It's just basically talking about, trying to conserve and preserve the world for future, and also just be mindful of the energy we are using.
I love that. I hate waste. We were taught from a very young age. My mom, Thelma, I miss her a lot. She was one of the most resilient people I know.
Yeah.
She had to take care of 5 kids, right? And I was telling Ajoy about it earlier on the show. She would do things that now in hindsight make you go, wow, how the heck did she do it? But these measures that you do, this Earth Day thing is amazing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. People have gotten too used to waste. Kids don't know how hard it is to be austere, to control. You're used to opening up a tap and having water. You're used to opening up a microwave and sticking something that's hot and you get hot food and turn on the news and blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but back in the day, you had to literally light your lights and heat the water and cook your food on wood.
Yep.
There was no telephone. There was no social media. There were no video games. There were no tablets and iPhones and smartphones. So I love the fact that we turned back, and COVID highlighted that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID was a time where people actually realized what it's like to have to shut down and cut back.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of waste that goes on. And these are the kind of times. And what is it called? Earth Day?
Yeah, Earth Hour. Earth Hour. They do it at this time of year. So it's what date is it? So it's 28th of March every year that they actually do it.
I love that.
Yeah,
we need to promote that. And I don't know where it originates, but I hope more people get involved in that.
Worldwide Fund for Nature. That's where it's originated.
Speaking of waste, we're back to Air India.
No.
Yeah, Baba.
Before you go to Air India, apparently the next thing that's going to be hit during this war is all the underground internet cables. What is your advice if we get to that point, my friend?
Ajoy, we're not trying to stoke anything, mate. We're making people aware of what's going on in the world. That's very possible. After electricity and water nowadays, you need the internet. You need the connectivity. You want to stream content. You want to pay your bills. You want to study. You want to do a lot of stuff online. You need internet connectivity. We have a company that provides connections, Infinite. But the thing about it is worldwide, if you want to interrupt, there's so many ways to do it through the World Wide Web. There are underground sea cables that are throughout the whole world, in the deepest of oceans, across the trenches, across rivers, blah, blah, blah. There's internet connectivity. And you've had disruptions not on purpose, unknowingly, where you've had a ship's anchor drag through and rupture or destroy a cable. The banking system, the electricity, the grid, the blah, blah, blah. There's so many ways to interrupt. The internet connectivity is an easy way. By targeting undersea cables. Yeah. Russia, China, all these countries that they've claimed, and I'm here again, this is my opinion, this is what I've read, have over the years tried to target with hacks, with how do they log into your system? They crack, what do they call it?
Hacking.
Viruses. They set viruses up, blah, blah, blah. But they hack into systems and they make people's data public. Yeah. One of the easiest ways to disrupt the world is through the internet, undersea cables. It can happen, and absolutely can happen. There's a lot of work involved, but everything leaves a footprint. Everything leaves a print. So you'd be able to track it and figure out what happened, where it happened, how it happened, and who did it. But yes, Ajoy, that's a big possibility, dude. Why do you ask that question?
Just because that's what they're saying. That's going to be the next step in escalation. Yeah. So if you have no cooking gas, and you are forced to use firewood and charcoal, and you have no internet, then what will you be forced to use? I'll tell you what. What? You know how that song goes in Bollywood, right?
Which one?
Chitti aayi hai, chitti aayi hai. Sing it with me. Come on.
I don't know the song.
Chitti aayi
to the moon and let me play.
What is that?
What does that have to do with the tea in China, Jackson?
Listen, that's a Bollywood song. About the letters coming, mail coming, snail mail coming to your letterbox.
They're going back to the post.
It's the good old days, Ajoy.
Yeah, come on, sing it with me, mate. Come on.
I don't know the song. I
told you missed me, man.
I do miss it, mate. But that's another good point, right? We're all so used to the internet. Kids, what do the kids know about snail mail nowadays? Everybody presses send. Yeah. Open up a browser, open up Gmail, Hotmail, whatever, and send an email, and you're done. Yeah. Back in the day, you had to mail a letter. You had to actually go to a mailbox. First of all, you had to get a pen and a paper. Half of our illiterate fucks now, some of the illiterate people we have out there don't even know how to write properly, but you had to take the trouble to think about somebody and write somebody a lovely letter.
Yeah, a thank you note, a birthday card, those kinds of things.
Sweetie,
a love letter.
You'd have to walk to a love letter. Yes, Ajoy, that's great. But kids and young, the next generation, don't really remember having to walk to a post box and mail the letter. That goes to the post office, that goes to the blah, 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 blah. And somebody gets such a thrill to get a letter in the mailbox. Yeah.
If you want to learn how to write love letters, look no further.
Who you looking at me?
To Kirsten.
Oh, Lord.
How you doing, my Habibi and Habibtis? That's all he knows how to say, man.
He delivers them to Nigeria.
Do you know what? We used to have pen pals when I was in the brownies.
Sweetie.
The brownies and the Girl Guides.
You calling me names again? You calling me names again?
No, in the Girl Guides and stuff. So the brownies is the step below, is before that. So essentially, you'd get these lists, and you could get pen pals. So you'd have pen pals. So you could connect with people around the world and stuff like that, and find out what kids in other countries used to be learning at school and all of that kind of thing.
My darling, nowadays,
just
people don't know about.
imagine that, having a pen pal.
Nowadays, how for you guys, youngsters out there, if anybody's listening out there, go into Chat GPT and search pen pals. Search snail mail.
Yeah.
That's what's sad about. You've lost so much, and that's brings me back to a very good reason we do the show. I saw a picture. One of my staff had it open on the screen downstairs in the office of a beautiful coconut tree lined coconut tree lined road with the sun setting in the background. Now, all of you people from my generation and all of you around the world, think about Goa and that picture in your head, a beautiful long straight road lined with coconut trees with the sun setting in the background. That's the Goa that we know and love, and that's why we do the show.
It sounds like the approach to paradise.
It is the approach to Saligao, between Saligao and Parra. You had one of these roads. What do they call Madani? Where you had these roads, and every village had a Majoy.
Is it true?
And now these dumbasses want to put in walkways and sidewalks and cut the trees. Nobody's thought about replanting the coconut trees, by the way.
So true.
And you lose the charm. What do you think Goa was special for? Why was it special to receive a letter in the mail? It made you feel loved. It made you feel when we came to go as kids, we got off in Mapsa off the bus, and we'd have to take a taxi or a car or whatever and go to Saligao from Mapsa, and you'd go, and we'd get so excited to drive from Saligao to Mapsa, from Parra to Saligao, because you had the road with all the trees, and we'd get so, and that's the charm of the place.
Yeah.
The people, the warmth, the hospitality, the food, the old monk.
Are you talking about this?
These are the kind of stuff. There you go. No, this is CGI. This is not a real thing. Bollocks.
This is Parra Madani, man.
This is the one where they charge you now to park there.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, Ajay, that's what made something that would made the old days special. What made Goa special? That's what brought tourists. This was This is the goose that laid the golden egg. Beaches. People would come here for this natural beauty, right? Now it's not what you're seeing now, and it's all flipping. It's all commercial and development.
These Madanis were the places where we took all our girlfriends, man.
But there's no place to hide. If you want to neck with somebody, you wouldn't go to Madani, would you?
Exactly. There's no place to hide. That's the problem now.
That's a big problem. Kirsten, where do you take
But
your
Mervin,
bird?
you were talking about the fact that was AI. You were saying that one downstairs was generated by AI. That was no longer, there's hardly any of these places left.
We've lost it. People don't know how to conserve. People don't know how to be resourceful. Back in the day when I'm talking about maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, it wasn't the end of the world. And we talked about sending letters. We talked about cooking on a chula. The sarpatel, you know how much cooking in a chatti, cooking in a mud and earth and clayware pot made the sarpatel, the smoke infused through the chatti.
Yeah.
And everything tasted so much better. There was no flipping Swiggy and Zomato, mate.
Merv, we claim to know our culture, but miss out on these calling cards, you can say, like this Madani that you said. Even if you go now, there's a yoga bridge next to Panjim.
Yoga bridge?
It's called a yoga bridge. It's a new bridge that connects to the walkway that goes along the river, or Mandavi River. Now, this yoga bridge is, if you go to the bridge even today, you will see two statues, like they're Oriental statues, actually belonging to Chinese culture. Okay, you'll find them in Singapore.
Had a photo that mare photo gal mare screen.
We'll try and find that.
Why should I be?
But my point is, what does a Chinese statue have to do with Goa?
It's called a yoga bridge. Maybe it's not Chinese.
No.
Maybe these people. Well, where was yoga invented, by the way? Anybody knows?
It was invented in India.
In India,
no
right?
doubt. But my point is, don't we have our local architecture, our local heritage, our local archaeology? In Sangay, you have these stone. There's a Stonehenge for Goa.
Oh,
Yes.
Where is that?
Going back.
Fort Kiro.
Dude, that's the problem with you Goans. You guys don't know your history.
You've got a Stonehenge in Goa.
There are stone carvings, beautiful stone carvings going back to 1000 BC.
So where is that? I'd like
we've
to
got a
see
lot
that.
of history,
I'd
right?
like to visit that place.
The sadhus and the sages back in the day invented the yoga. I'm just saying to you, we've got sculpture, Elephanta caves. We've got history. We've got culture. We've got sculptures and carvings. At the wazoo, no doubt. All I'm saying to you is, what's your point? You have a yoga bridge. You have Chinese. So what? Put a couple of whatever the case.
Oh yeah, I've seen that yoga bridge. Yeah, I know which one you mean.
My point is that if you want to celebrate Goan culture,
Yes.
use Goan things, use the Madani, use the architecture of Goa, use the what do you call archaeology of Goa, and celebrate that. You bring a statue from China. What the hell is wrong with you people?
I don't know if they brought it from China. Maybe give us a gift, but don't be so anti-world, mate. We're proud of Goa and India. There's nothing wrong with a couple of these beautiful
I
Chinese
get the point
cultures.
he's making.
Yeah, but Ajoy, you're talking to the wrong person. I agree with you 100%, my brother. I here in Goa, we should be proud of what made Goa Goa, what made Goa special that so many people don't even know about. And people that come from all over the world, they come here for a reason. People pay a lot of money and visas and all and airfare to get here. And now it's not the same thing that people would come here for back in the day. And that's all I'm saying. Speaking of airfare, did you hear about the Air India flight?
Wait, 1 second more. You wanted to know about the archaeology.
I want to know about the Yoga Bridge and I want to know about Stonehenge.
Check this out, mate. Check this out.
It's the Karma Sutra.
My point is, this is in Goa.
Look at the mangoes.
Oh,
go on.
Change it. Just check out the detail.
Clear it.
Why shouldn't this be in front of the Yoga Bridge?
Because you can't lift it. It's too damn heavy. You don't need to be everywhere, mate. We're proud of our heritage and
make a copy, but make something that symbolizes Goa, mate.
Yeah.
But Baba, you haven't even showed me a picture of Yoga Bridge. Why? This is Yoga Bridge.
This is Yoga Bridge.
Okay.
Can you see that at start? Okay, maybe you can see at the start of this bridge, you can see there are 2 statues there.
Yeah.
Sculptures, I would say, which has nothing to do with Goa.
That's a guy doing yoga in orange.
Not the yoga.
Wait there.
Oh my God, you can't see. You have to walk. Stop, pause this.
Oh, one of the dragons.
What does this have to do with in India?
Chinese dragon.
This is
He's
very
welcoming you. He's saying hello.
Maybe it's sponsored by Go and Chin.
Go and Chin. There you go. A beautiful Chinese restaurant. Let me tell you, he's got somebody's ball in his hand, dude.
No, that's got a lot of symbolism.
It says right there, coast of Yoga Sethu. What is that all about? It says there's something below it.
That's the Yoga Bridge next to Panjim. That's what.
Mate, why do we have Shivaji statues everywhere? Why? Answer me that question.
See, okay.
Why has Shivaji become so popular all of a sudden here in India, in Goa? Shivaji was a Maratha. He was a great leader. He was an amazing fighter. But he's more Maharashtrian, right?
I'll tell you what.
You're seeing these statues appear. There's nothing wrong with it. That's Indian culture.
No, that's fine.
You're seeing it everywhere.
My point. One thing is Shivaji is revered by Goans, especially the Hindus. During the Portuguese time, they fled to the neighboring states where they were protected by Shivaji.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
There's
He's
nothing
not
wrong.
But you see the statues everywhere, right?
My point is, what is a Chinese culture got to do with India or Goa culture? Explain to me this. You have none. Charzai. Why? Charzai.
I'm going to use it. I'm going to slip and say
Let's put in a Freedom of Information Act and ask where these came from, whether they were gifted or whether they were purchased.
It doesn't make a difference. Celebrate culture in general.
Interesting. I agree. You have to, celebrate culture in general. Right. But it'll be interesting to know, what the thinking was behind this.
Okay. All I'm saying, and I'm going to move on to the next topic. Nobody mention anything else about this darn topic. We're proud of our culture and our heritage. We in Goa and in India, by the way, yoga was invented in India, right? So you've got different forms of yoga from all over Southeast Asia and all these different countries and all these different art forms and meditation forms and all that kind of stuff. Be proud of it all. I'm saying specifically about Goa, my darling. This place has so much to offer, but this place was so much more special back in the day before we've tried to change it and make it a metropolis, a big this is not what it's about. This place is yes, development has to happen.
Yeah.
I'm talking about sustainable development, all the bridges you want, but at the end of the day, leave what attracts the people to this place, leave it alone. You've trashed the beaches, you've killed the serenity, you've killed the peacefulness of a place that people would love to come and celebrate with you and pay you good money to come and enjoy, and that's part of your the way you generated your revenue. What's it called? Your economy, right?
Yes, of course.
It's changed, and it's changed for the worse, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Speaking of tourists and travel, we talked about Air India and them taking the loan. They took an ER instead of an LR last week. Trip 7 from the UK, from India to Vancouver, and it was a wrong airplane. They've screwed up again.
Well, there was some technical issues. So there was a flight on Thursday that actually had taken off from Delhi to go to Heathrow. However, 7 hours into that flight, they suspected some technical issues and it turned around and came back. So it was actually over Saudi Arabian airspace when that happened. name. So I was even surprised to hear that, because I was
They shouldn't be
feeling
flying
that
over
was
the
very,
Gulf, the
very
Middle East.
near over the war zone, you know. So I thought, gosh, that's like
Can I say,
flying
sweetie?
close to the wind.
Can I say,
also.
yeah? Can I just say this? We're not trying to bag on Air India.
No, of course not.
It is our national airline. It's the flagship airline. But it really saddens me because you've got some great people that work for Air India, and Air India is a company.
Yeah.
Just like, and I'm going to go out on a limb, by the way, and I'm going to relate this to football. ISL, yes?
Yeah.
The ISL, just like Air India, should be run as a proper, profitable company. Tata's taken over Air India.
Yeah.
How can you have these snags, these snafus, these screw-ups? Everything's automated. Everything's on a computer. How do you have the wrong flight that doesn't have permissions to land in Vancouver, Canada, take off from India? How do you have a plane take off and get into the air if there's a problem with it? Yes, emergencies will happen.
Yeah.
But you know how much money is being wasted by Air India? If you mentioned last week 8 to 9 tons of fuel per hour. You know how expensive fuel is?
Yeah, of course.
And this is another screw up that they had. I don't know the whole story about it, but they had to land. It was from India to London.
Yeah, there was loud noises heard. It was saying that there was loud noises heard on the aircraft, after which it was actually diverted. So,
that's not a screw up. That's an emergency. But still, it's sad because it's always Air India. And like I'm saying, you're like the idiot, the twit, the dumbass from India that ran into the people in Derby. Air India is getting a bad name. Why can't we have, and mistakes happen. It's not always perfect. There's some very good, very smart people that can run these companies, and heads should roll like in our Goa government. You screw up, you're not transparent, you do something wrong, and you lose your job. And if you've got a criminal record, you should never be able to stand for politics, for public office. But if Air India is going to be run as a proper company, you've got a C-suite. You've got a CEO. Somebody's screwing up. Tata is a very capable, very profitable company, a company that Indians all around the world are very proud of.
Yeah.
And if you've taken over Air India, now you're having this is once a week.
Merv,
Yeah.
if I may say so, basically this sounds like something connected to what's happening with the Iran war. Because although they're claiming it's a technical issue, I doubt that they would make the trip all the way to Saudi Arabia and not land there without any particular reason, right? If you have a technical issue, one would think that they would land there because it's the
Not necessarily,
land, right?
Joe. You land wherever you can, wherever they'll give you permission. It landed in Ireland, by the way, in some island. It landed. It had to do an emergency landing, and the guy obviously they got permission in Ireland. The flight was to Heathrow, I think, right? But because of this problem, sorry, Joe, I interrupted you. What's your point?
It came back to Delhi.
Yeah, that's what I thought
It
too.
came back to Delhi. That's
did it
what
come all
I
the way?
don't understand.
It got to Saudi Arabia and came back to Delhi.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I don't understand how come, because you're like halfway there, why you don't continue, or you maybe land in a European country.
Anyway, Air India, sort your shit out. Sort yourselves out, guys. It's bad because we want to be proud. We want to be able to promote. I've got so many bad things to say about Air India, and it's sad because as an Indian, you want to be proud of your flagship. But they've got so many hardworking people. It's just not being run properly. I've had my experiences. I've traveled Air India many times, and you can ask anybody. It's sad because it's something you really want to be proud of, and you've got good people working there. But it's not something that Anyway, that's 2 weeks and 2 zeros. We'll come back to it. Hopefully, there's no stories about it for the next 10 years. What else are we going to talk about? We'll talk about something that makes us proud.
Well, not yet, because we were talking about air travel, and obviously, how much it impacts the environment essentially and causes pollution.
Yeah.
And there was a report that you'd actually noticed on CNN, which basically, which was basically saying that India is the 6th worst polluted country in the world.
You can't make the Olympics. You can't make the World Championships. You can't make all the games, the Winter Olympics, the World Cup. But we are proud to be mentioned 3 times in the top 5. We got our name out there 3 times.
Yeah, for the worst polluted cities.
What award? Shut up! Don't give it away, sweetie. I'm trying to introduce this. I'm trying to give you a segue. What is the accolade? What prize did we win for being top 3 out of 5? What did India win?
When?
No, what was the prize? What was the
so
competition?
basically most polluted cities. So in the top 5, there was Loni in India. And there was number 2, Hotan in China. Number 3 was Bernihut also in India.
Are you kidding
Burning
me?
Hat.
Boy,
Number
we put it on the
four.
screen, or you
Number
asleep?
4 was Delhi, and number 5 was Faisalabad in Pakistan.
Did you just say burning hat?
Yes, that's
Sounds
what-
appropriate.
yeah, that's Burning Hat. BYRNIHAT. That's why I was saying
Burning
it.
Hat.
It's
I
because
don't
I
know.
was saying
But I'm
it
just
wrong.
saying to you, see, this is something you don't want to be proud of.
No, of course. It's a shame.
It is out of the country, the worst, the sixth most polluted country in the world.
Yeah, so that's
In the air quality index.
Yeah, that's right.
But Joanne, this is what they had on CNN. You were talking about the top five. The top five,
Yeah.
we were mentioned 3 times.
Yes, I know.
India.
That's very scary. I mean, it's just really, really scary just to think that the pollution is so bad.
Air quality. Well, the 6th most polluted country in the world. Air quality report. We burn our crops. We burn a lot of garbage. We have a lot of vehicles on the road. We've got a lot of industries up in the north. There's so many contributing factors to this. This is not something I want to talk about or something I'm very proud of.
No,
it's sad because the situation doesn't change. And why is China not mentioned?
It is. It's they've got one
got
of the
one out of
number
5?
2. Number 2 here to a city, which is Hotan.
No, I'm looking at something here.
What's on the
online.
screen? What's all
it
these
says
colours
the
on the screen?
world's most polluted countries and regions. Number 1 is Pakistan. Number 2 is Bangladesh. Number 3 is Tajikistan. Number 4 is Chad. Number 5 is the Dominican Republic of Congo, and number 5 again, tied with the Congo, is India.
But this
The
is from
Democratic Republic.
2025. This is the World Air Quality Report 2025. And it's basically saying that Loni in Uttar Pradesh was the most polluted region in India.
I'm fed up. I don't want to talk about it. It's going to make me sad. Can we talk about something positive in a positive light? Yes, I do.
I just want to add one thing before we move on. You asked why is China not on this? Because they have actively acted upon their pollution, and they've come up with innovative ways where at one point of time, their big cities like Shanghai, Beijing were the most polluted cities in the world. They have done something right to get them off this list or bring them down on this list. So where there's a will,
there's a way.
yes.
Yeah, there is.
Ajay, can I just tell you one thing that just keeps bouncing around in my empty head is the fact that I'd love to beat China at something.
Exactly. I'm
would
with you, mate.
love to beat, and I don't have any animosity. We're not trying to stir the pot, poke the bear, none of that bullshit. I'm just saying, India is such a great country, such a great place with so many resources, right? Why is China always ahead? Why can we never have something that we can be proud of that we're better at China? I'm sure there is, by the way. Somebody out there, can you tell me what are we better at China? But it's always China ahead of us.
Merv,
Baba.
there's no excuse. I'll tell you why. Because if you do the math, they have got their independence around the same time that we did. They had the same challenges as we did. They were a third world country. They had a bigger population than us for the most part of their what do you call being, their modern being. So there's no excuse. They've done things. You can say that China is an authoritative state. It is, but at the same time, they've set some things in motion which have paid dividends.
Why can't we?
Because people are more, they're very divided. I would say in terms of our goals.
Yeah, but Ajay, that's a bullshit excuse, mate. It's true. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying why can't we be? Do we have what city in India compares to Beijing? Or
None.
No, give me pick a city in
certain pockets.
Shanghai,
of,
Beijing,
of,
all
of
these
the
big-
rich nooks of Mumbai, maybe.
What?
But aren't you talking about industrial areas?
I'm talking about the way these cities in these country of China, for example, pick Beijing, pick any of these big cities, how they're developed, public transportation, cleanliness, blah 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 blah. Are you telling me we're not smart as Chinese?
I never said that.
Are we not clean as
I'm
Chinese?
just saying
are we not developed? Do we not have the money? Do we not have the? Come on, why can't we ever beat China at anything?
Because we don't have a common goal and we don't work towards it. At least the Chinese had that. They had an authoritative state which pushed forward one people for common goals, which they set in motion in the 50s, maybe in the 70s, 60s.
As a communist state.
Yes.
We're talking about.
I don't want to be a communist country with the biggest democracy in the world.
I'll give you an example, Merv. I was actually doing this check on this. I asked myself why China. How did they get the manpower to build AI or build the manufacturing sector It had to be because they set in motion proper education standards. And sure enough, when I researched online, it shows that China made public education one of its priorities. And that's why you have people, you have, a human resource that is capable of coming up with, in the sciences, in space exploration, in manufacturing, in AI. Here, there's no emphasis on quality education, free education. That's why we are always going to be behind that.
But I think everything is state-sponsored, obviously.
Where?
Within China. Within China,
you've got a dictator.
Essentially, though, they set objectives.
Joanne, let's get one thing straight. Yeah, we're the biggest, the largest democracy in the world, and it's failed. China, with a dictator, they're doing so much better. Ajay makes so many good points, right? The education system and everything else. You've got to have a goal and a direction and a leader and the leadership to take you to that level. Education, look at the level, look at the state of education in India. Primary base education is an absolute joke. You've got convention halls, you've got IT industry, you've got technology, you've got the you name it. China just beats us hands down. It's not even close. And it's embarrassing because as Indians, you want to be proud and say, listen, population-wise, natural resources-wise, blah, 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 blah wise, we should be somewhere close. We don't even have a winter Olympic team. We don't have a World Cup team. We don't have a... Mate, I'm talking about sports. You can't even compete on that level, right? Technology-wise, finance-wise, in many, and don't get me wrong.
The cricket team, though.
Yeah, screw the.
Was very successful.
Fine, Joanne. Is that your litmus test? Is that your?
No, it's not. But the point is,
why
if there's
can't we
focus, you're kind of making your own point. If there's a decent focus and investment in certain areas, then you can be successful.
Can I tell you what we're really good at? Making excuses, making a bullshit excuses for why we're shit.
Yes.
And the fact of the matter remains, China is leaps and bounds ahead of us. And it shouldn't be the case. As Indians, we've got smart people in India, and everybody wants to run away. They want to run to the States. They want to run to the UK and Australia and everywhere else. They don't want to remain here because they know what a shithole this has become. And you can't, as much as you love this place and you want to do great things to elevate. Let's forget about India. Let's talk about Goa. And that's why we do the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so passionate about the natural resources and the warmth and the culture and everything we are, and we always want to change and be like everybody else. And we've got a bunch of people in power that don't take it seriously, or that if they do take it seriously, they don't know how to do it. But why can't you make Goa great again?
It doesn't feel like it's rolling down to...
You've always got excuses. We don't have this and we don't have that. And we're world champions at making excuses. Yes, Ajoy.
I'll tell you the one thing. If any state in India had a chance to be a shining beacon of an example for the rest of India, it was Goa.
Why would you say Goa?
Because I felt that, the level of literacy, education, the vision or the people's horizons were a lot broader, a lot more international here. We had a more secular way of living here. And we could have set an example for the rest of India to follow. But the saddest thing is we've actually followed in the footsteps of the rest of India.
It's sad. It's sad. You could lead by example. You're absolutely right. I applaud that, Ajoy. That's a brilliant point to make. But also, let me also say one more thing. You've got some great states in this country. You've got UP, you've got Gujarat, you've got mate, come on, man. It's a sad excuse because there are certain things. There are certain sectors, there's certain places in states throughout India that are great places, brilliant places, brilliant people, but we've digressed, we've receded, we've gone backward in time, and they've become shitholes. Back in the day, you had so much more to offer from India, and as we've developed and progressed, it's gotten worse.
Merv,
yeah, Baba.
We have a viewer, Johan D'Souza, who's saying, Baba Merv, Kasha Chalare, it's not the excuses, mate, it's the dignity of labor. What did we benefit from doing anything in our home country? All we get is BS.
But that's why we're talking about it. Johan,
Yeah.
what's his name? Who's this dude? Who said this?
Johan D'Souza.
Is this Yo from Australia? This is a basketball, one of my basketball buddies. I don't know if it is. I can't see his face, dude. You're showing me. The fact of the matter remains, we're full of BS. You're absolutely right. Yo, what's up? How you doing, brother? Thank you for the comment, by the way. I listen, that's what the show's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the interaction and why we do the show. The fact of the matter remains, we're full of BS. And it's sad. We're talking about Air India. We're talking about all the screw-ups and all the bad things that are happening. There's good things that are happening here in India. Yeah. There's great things that could happen here in India if we stop making the excuses. And after all of these years and decades of making these excuses, we've got something to be proud of, something we can beat China, something that we could beat any part of the world. Other than maybe cricket. Cricket, we're probably pretty damn good. But the fact of the matter, why do Indians in general want to leave this damn place and go elsewhere? I read an article, sweetie. I want to talk about this, about IIT grads.
Yeah, okay.
And this is something that should make us very proud. Forget about the pollution, forget about politics, forget about education, forget about everything else.
Yeah.
It scares and saddens me that after all this time, things are not changing. I would love Goa to be a beacon in this country, or any state to be a beacon in India, but also India in general. Who's this? Yeah. Talk about this. There you go. These are IIT grads.
Yeah, so there was an article in the Hindustan Times, and it's talking about this 5 IIT grads who've climbed to the top in the United States.
They're running the world.
They're really running some of the biggest corporations, biggest organizations in the world. And, they're really leading the way, which is absolutely phenomenal.
Mention these guys. These are the people like Sundar Pichai. Mention the names, Piri.
Okay.
You're going to butcher them anyway. You want me to read them for you?
Yeah, well, I've got it also, but there's Nikesh Arora.
What does Nikesh Arora do? Mention them. These guys have done really well to make us proud.
Okay, so he is the chairman and CEO of Palo Alto Networks. You've got Sundar Pichai.
Google, baby.
So he's the CEO of Alphabet and Google.
There you go.
Which is phenomenal. So there's Arvind Krishna. He's the CEO of IBM.
Big boys.
Yeah. Vinod Khosla, co-founder of Sun Microsystems. And Aravind Srinivas, who's also co-founder and CEO of Perplexity, which I can't say, AI.
Big time. These guys went to the IITs of India.
Yes.
Right? So we've got that secondary, the next level education is second to none.
Yeah.
And it's sad because all our talent escapes and runs and leaves India to go elsewhere and kick ass. Yeah. These are top dogs. You know how many Indians have gone to the US? And I grew up in the States. I know the names, mate.
Yeah.
We've got so many Indians in top dog positions.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Googles, the IBMs, Perplexity. They're not coming to mind right now, but we've got so many people. Accenture.
Yeah, of course.
My brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And they've reached the pinnacle. They've done so well and done so great in their fields.
Yeah.
Why can't this country keep these people and the talent and just change it and move towards the positive?
Yeah.
And compete with all these countries around the world. Switzerland for watches. India, I'd love to say India for technology.
Well, there is a lot of technology in India, and obviously Bangalore has been, quite a hub for that.
The IITs of India, have born these top dogs that have gone and gone not just in America, all around the world, right?
Yeah.
Why can't you keep these people and develop the system that we have right now?
Well, you would hope so, but I've got a point to make. But I think Ajoy also wanted to.
Sorry, I think one shining example of what India can achieve with very little is
take it off.
The Indian Space Research Organization. I think it's based out of Thiruvananthapuram. Yeah.
What's that again?
I can't say it again. It's in Tamil Nadu. But my point, our space agency, ISRO.
Okay.
Is it world famous?
It is world famous for what they've achieved with the minimal of budget.
Okay.
And where's the money, mate? Why don't you have the budget?
That's the thing. So just imagine these guys who could land on the dark side of the moon, the first country to ever do it.
I think Pink Floyd got there first.
Yep. But it was such a technical challenge, and they did it with a success rate that the other space agencies across the world have applauded. And
when was this?
This was about 1 or 2 years ago.
Okay.
So you know what, we can achieve so much.
Yeah.
Ajoy, you're telling me something that I already know, mate. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're absolutely right. And I'm glad you're highlighting this, yes?
Yeah. So I just wanted to, because the point is, you're basically making the additional point about being resourceful, but then also achieving great heights of success. So I think that is phenomenal. And also, those kind of things need to be showcased more. And I would also say that just talking about these really successful Indian guys who are in some of the biggest corperations and the biggest companies.
And these are only
in the world.
5, Joanne. These are only 5.
Yeah.
There's 50 around the world. We've got some billionaires and the Mittals in the UK, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so all I was going to say, the point that I wanted to make around this is that I also hope that apart from inspiring people from here, people from India, and also, people of Indian origin around the world, apart from inspiring those people to also aspire to do really, really well, I'd love to think that they're also giving people opportunities also that have come from the same kind of place that they've come from, because they also talk about the fact that women have had to fight so hard to become successful in corporations, organizations, in business
around the world.
Yeah, but the point is there's a double-edged sword. You can talk about feminism, you can talk about things whereby someone's climbed to the top, and instead of giving you a helping hand, to pull you up as well, they've kind of gone, I'm up here, you've got to really slog.
They don't want to make it easy, right? They don't want to help.
So there's 2 ways to it. You obviously want to make sure that people are achieving something because they truly have worked hard and grafted to get there. But equally, you also want to give people an opportunity that you'd like to sort of be able to pay it forward and bring some of those other people along with you. So I'm just saying, in the same way as women and in business and maybe feminism, you can help people along the way. Hopefully some of these guys are also doing the same.
We had very early on, we had Indira Gandhi.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Who's the lady? I'm not comparing them, obviously, but who's the lady that was the CEO of Pepsi? Indra something, right? She was a woman that kicked ass. She worked her tail off and got there, and she always helped other women. She's not one of those people that put everybody else down. She would teach and what's the word? Mentor. Other women, right? Yeah. You've got the talent, you've got the skills. That's not being debated. All of these guys that we mentioned, these are only 5 of maybe 1,000 Indians that studied at the different IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, whatever, all the different IIT Delhi, blah blah blah, and they've done well, and they've gone and really killed it. These are the top of their fields, guys. These are CEOs. Google. Big time, right? So Microsoft, all these big name companies. But the fact of the matter remains, even around the world, Indians have been successful everywhere. We're some of the most hardworking, resourceful, enterprising, entrepreneurial people that exist, right?
Yeah.
It's sad because we can't do that at home.
But can I just say, snowflake generation, don't think you're going to get there by not.
And that's what pisses me off.
That's what really does my head in.
That's what pisses me off. This new generation of goddamn kids. You call them. I'm glad you mentioned the snowflakes, guys. This is different times. This is a different place and a different times, and it's going to be very hard to catch up. I'm tired. Talk to me.
A couple of things. What these IITians who are heading these big companies are doing is phenomenal, and kudos to them.
Yeah.
But I would tip my hat off more to somebody, an Indian guy who's an inventor.
Yeah,
who starts something that gives the big boys a run for their money. That is one.
Like now, what? We've got him. We've already got him.
Where? Tell me.
Mate, who invented the 3D printer?
I'm talking about an indigenous product, Merv. Please tell me.
Baba, the 3D printer was invented by one of the people that I know. The guy, he's one of my customers. What's his name? God damn it. He lives in Porvorim.
Let's come back to that.
He was one of the people that invented. You know how big time the 3D printer was? Ajoy, I hope you're not trying to tell me. I should let you finish, but we've got the brain power.
I'm saying that we do not have companies that are they're changing the game from India.
Changers. Yeah.
From India.
Yeah.
Like, for example, ChatGPT, which was supposed to be the spearhead for AI, was given a run for the money by deep. What is that?
DeepSeek from China.
Yeah.
What's your point?
My point is, it's all emanating out of China. You don't have the Chinese sending people to America to help the Americans do something with the companies there, right? That's my point. And this is what Johan also says. Johan D'Souza again has said.
I first ask Johan if it's the same Johan. I want to know who this is. He the guy that's moved to Australia, Johan?
Johan, we want to know whether you're the same guy who's moved to Australia. So
we used to call him Yoda Ho.
Yeah.
Is this Yoda Ho? Sorry, if it's not Johan. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's a different Johan. Go on, Ajoy.
To Johan's point, Johan says that's the Indian culture. They never help. They always ready to put you down.
Yeah, but that's always been the case, and that's why that's where. Can I just say the elephant in the room? That's why we are where we are today. Such a great place, such a great country, so many great people, such great. Listen, we've got the natural resources right here in your own damn backyard. Why are we not able to develop? I don't want to talk about Nikesh Arora, Arvind Srinivas, Vinod Khosla, Sundar Pichai, and all these names. They're great Indians, studied at IIT. IIT's big time. Why aren't you having these people stay here and develop this country like China's developing? We want to whoop China's butt, and I'm not trying to incite it again. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Merv Britto Show. The opinions expressed on the show are our opinions and not the opinions of the show itself.
By the way, Johan is from Goa, Porvorim, and he is in Australia.
Yoda Ho? Call him, dude. Get him on the goddamn phone. Get off your ass. Stop drink. He's whenever you get a picture of Johan, he's always got food and drink in front of him. Push yourself away from the. He's good looking.
Johan says he's always ready to come back. By the way, Johan, send us, message us your number. We'll call you.
Get him on the line.
Get you live on the show.
Tell him I want to speak to him. Get him on the goddamn phone, mate. The fact that
message us on our number, please.
Put your social media sites on there, please. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Merv Britto Show. You can get your social media sites, and I'd love to hear from you guys what you're thinking. Leave us a like, share, a comment. On the screen are all our social media handles. Write this down, you. 750-724-6246 is the number to get in touch with us. Obviously, he knows the number if he's sending a message. Never mind. He's a friend of mine. He's a good cat. We'll talk to him if he calls. Don't worry about it. Joanne, that's something that would put me in a good mood. You've got the talent. You've got the skill. You've got everything you need. Why can't we spank China's butt at something other than cricket?
Well, I think it needs to take a coordinated effort, because there's the initiative like Make in India, which is essentially wanting people to not always be importing stuff from around the world and invest in products that are actually built and made in India itself. And absolutely, I love that as an initiative. And also, being self-sufficient and all of that. But I think it also has to filter through to a lot of other areas of Indian life, because we talk about politics an awful lot. And also, if you're on social media, you're watching news programs, you're always going to get commentary on politics and stuff like that. But essentially, it's also, people want to feel like the politicians are making a difference in their own day-to-day lives. And I think that's what, we're just talking. We'd seen, Mervyn and I had actually seen Jacinda Ardern, she was the female prime minister in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So she was the youngest ever prime minister at the age of 37. She became prime minister of New Zealand, and we saw her being interviewed on the Graham Norton show.
She's amazing.
She was phenomenal, but there has been a backlash against her after COVID. However, she's one of these people that she said, we need more good people in politics, because people want to have, positive benefits in their own life.
By the way, I have a lot of friends I do have a lot of friends. Yeah, I got a lot of friends, my friend.
They've left the country.
They left the country. A lot of them in New Zealand, and they don't like Ardern. And
why?
Apparently Ardern...
because of her teeth.
Because of her policies. Apparently it's hurt the economy pretty badly. That's what they tell me.
But that's basically because of COVID, and she was trying to keep the country safe.
And guess what? She's up and gone and left for Australia.
I know, but she's got life outside of politics. She was in it for 15 years, and she, at the age of 28, went into politics. And I think she actually was pretty groundbreaking, and she really achieved a lot. And you do want to be able to see those good people making positive influences, and you want people to emulate that also.
She was a rock star. Give or take, say what you will. world. She was a woman in power. And just like an asshole, everybody's got an opinion. She did great things. She led that country through COVID. She's never going to make, you're never going to make everybody happy, mate.
Yeah.
So the fact remains, she did what she did, and it's a democracy, and if you don't like her, you vote her out.
Yeah.
Like you should be doing. But don't take it away from what she's done. She's a great leader and a great woman.
Yeah.
More power to them. Yes, sir.
By the way, we have Neil might not be in the studio with us today, but he's watching the show, and he says India has invented the Agni missile. Was
What?
Chess.
Is this our Neil?
Shampoo and the Chandrayaan.
Okay, nice.
Mate, India's great at chess. We've got some of the best chess players in the world. Tell Neil to F off, by the way. Neil, I'm saying, I don't have to tell them to tell you F off. Mate, that's the point we're trying to make. We've got some great, skillful, talented, resourceful people here in this country. Why can't we ever be top dog at something? We're always hearing about all the people that are talented wanting to leave. Sportsmen, IT, tech, economists, all of them. Yeah, but the top talent, they want to leave because they can't succeed here. And it's sad because it leaves the rest of us in the cesspool we call home. And on a smaller scale, in Goa, we could have we could be a beacon of hope, a beacon, an example. It's a lot easier to run a New Zealand as a smaller country, like it would be to run a state like Goa and be an example than it would be a big country like China or India.
Correct.
But we can't even do that here in Goa. And it's sad because we've got the talent pool. We've got the smarts. And until you change the mindset, the education, just start at grassroots level, ground level, it's not going to change. And that's why we do the show, because it's been like this for many, many years.
Yeah.
I'm tired. We've done 50 episodes.
We have done 50 episodes, but I actually, there's a couple of other topics we were going to talk about. We were actually going to talk about the fact that, unfortunately, Goa has got the record for the microplastics on its beach.
I don't want to talk about it.
So we don't want to talk about that because obviously that's hitting the headlines for the wrong reasons.
That's not the record I want to talk about. Microplastics.
Yeah.
To hell with it.
We don't want to talk about that.
What else?
So
next move.
There's a couple of things that I wanted to bring up, but actually, obviously we've talked about the World Cup, so there's all still hype that maybe
Is Goa making the World Cup?
No,
Is India going to be in the World Cup?
No, but
then
one of your favourites, Messi, may or may not be playing. Who knows? He hasn't made up his mind yet.
Oh, listen, Lionel, if you're watching me, man, you're a pal, you're a buddy of mine. I love you to bits. Stop being a fucking princess.
You might have scored 900 goals in your career, but just tell us, are you going to be at the World Cup or not?
I love Lionel Messi. By the way, I'm a huge fan. He's playing for Inter Miami, and he's killing it. He's the greatest. As far as I'm concerned, CR7, all these guys, Pele and all, they were great. Take nothing away from them, but I'm a big fan of Messi. Why can we not figure out if he's going to be here or not, if he's going to be in the World Cup?
He hasn't made up his mind yet,
But
the coach has said.
If I was him, I would hang up my boots and call it a day.
Yeah, you should while you're on top.
He's achieved everything.
That's right. If he can still play, why not?
I don't think he's going to be able to play at that level anymore, man. Father time catches up with everybody. That's how it is.
I disagree, and I genuinely believe that if he's still playing in Miami, it means he can still play soccer. If Cristiano Ronaldo, at whatever, he's about 60 years old, he's still killing it, right? So why not ride it?
60.
How old is CR7?
41.
Huh?
41.
So he's 41. No, he's up there. Most athletes. Look at my boy. I just drew a blank. LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's 38, 39 years old, and mate, they're retired by that time. But if they're still able to play, and he's the top. LeBron, Lionel, CR7. If you're that great at what you are, yes, obviously you want to leave on top, something MJ never did, and it pissed me off because he was the greatest. The fact of the matter remains, if he can still play, we'd love to see him play him in 2026. What is the World Cup, by the way?
It's June, July.
June, July, okay.
Yes, what about your boy, Tiger Woods, my friend?
Dude, I love Tiger. I love my golf, and I love Tiger Woods.
What's up with him, man?
Apparently, they're saying he could have been on prescription medication, and that's the reason why he was under the influence when he was pulled over.
I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to talk about it. Tiger Woods, you've disappointed me. I'm pissed. I am a big fan back in the day when he was killing it, but you've made multiple poor choices and decisions, and it saddens me because you've just screwed your name and reputation. The best example that I can give you of somebody who's done it well, and I just mentioned MJ, is MJ. Mm-hmm. He could have left when he left the first time, and he came back and he won 6 total titles, MVP and all, and he's never had a blemish other than his divorce, I think, right? Tiger's been arrested so many times for, get a fucking driver, Tiger. You've got the money.
That's what we were saying. He can afford it, can't he?
God damn it, dude, you're so great at what you do. You're just sullying your name and just ruining your reputation. And it's sad because I'm a big fan, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
So I wanted to cheer you up a little bit.
There you go, my darling. 50 episodes in.
You love your animals and all.
I do.
Yeah. So
Are we talking about Punch?
we're not. Well, we might touch on Punch a little bit later on because we're talking about some of the highlights of the last 50 episodes.
Oh.
But I just wanted to let you know, I was just looking at Wildlife Photographer of the Year, and the People's Choice Award went to this particular image. Just show it, guys.
Show me.
Look at it.
Oh, wow.
This is basically a
That's a
young
bobcat.
Iberian lynx that's actually caught mid-hunt. So he's obviously playing with a bit of a rodent. Isn't that
He's not playing. That rodent's trying to get away.
I
That motherfucker's
know,
running
but
sideways.
You know what? This is an analogy of what happens in the studio here. The lynx is Joanne, and the little mouse
Rodent.
there. You know who that is,
Are
right?
you calling me a rodent?
My word.
They're so cute. Look at that. Look at that lynx
How
trying to
the
catch.
tables have turned.
I am. I've been called a rat many a time by my wife. That's a beautiful picture. Did it win the award?
So yeah, it won the People's Choice Award. So this was an Austrian photographer, which is Joseph Stefan. He'd actually, during a 2-week stay in Spain, he was able to capture this image.
Wow.
But there was some amazing photographs.
Did we see any of the other the runners up?
Yeah, I was just going to say, just scroll through because there's a
polar bears.
There's a lovely tiger
What's this?
image.
Oh, this is
also.
an amazing picture.
What is
Just
this?
check
What's
this
it
out.
look?
Lovely.
It's 2 flamingos flying between electrical power lines, and below you have like almost a formation of.
Can you stop right there?
Yeah.
Joy, this is a panoramic thing I can do on my iPhone because this is a big pool of blue water, maybe a swimming pool that these flamingos are in, aren't they?
That's
Maybe
possible.
I'm seeing things. Still a beautiful picture, dude.
Yeah.
Go on.
Scroll
Next.
down.
What else? Little
I love this one.
cubbies
Isn't that
fighting.
amazing? That was in an American wildlife park.
Oh, they're
but,
cute, dude.
but there's also a lovely one called Dark Night, which is in India, and it's
Oh my God, what is this one? Never ending struggle by Cole Nagri, Japan. Is that this thing? He's got a
So during mating season,
Yeah.
Deer lock horns, and sometimes it gets locked, and they cannot get out of
literally
it.
right.
So one of
That's
them,
another one.
So one of them literally dies, and these guys carry the skeletal remains on their
Holy shit! That's
It's
the
thicker.
skull of
It's
another
a
one.
thicker deer.
Correct.
Oh my! Scroll. What is this? This is a sloth.
Sloth, yeah.
Merv, I know what popped to your mind.
Slightly by my- what is this?
You almost said
No, it's just a sloth. No,
Yeah.
baby sticking out.
yes.
Yeah, but basically I was wanting you to get to the Dark Night, which is from an Indian guy.
Check out these pictures.
Aren't they amazing?
Scroll.
This is
Come on,
crazy.
dude. Let's move. What's the one she's trying to get to?
The Indian Night there, that one.
Click on it. I want to see this in full.
So basically this
Yadav,
is a
Prasanjit Yadav.
Similipal Tiger Reserve. This is at that Tiger Reserve.
Wow,
And
this is an actual picture. This is not a painting.
This is a T12 tiger.
They call him T12.
Yeah. So it's basically because the tiger's rare and unusually wide dark stripes,
Oh.
known as a T12. So this was an Indian guy, which is Prasenjit Yadav.
Prasanjit Yadav
Yeah.
from some north.
Yeah.
But that's amazing. That's an amazing picture.
This is taken from a trap, a camera trap.
No, it was not. Shut your nose. This is
in the
Prasanjit.
tiger
Can you not
reserve.
see his shadow in the picture?
It's
Prasanjit
his-
sitting in the background and chai leke roti karke बैठेंगे अपना तो शेर तो आएंगे. Is it share? What is it? What is
Share,
it?
share.
Share. No.
Yeah.
Good on you, Prasanjit. Well done, dude.
There's some amazing photographs also. I just remembered actually when I worked at BBC magazines, we had BBC Wildlife magazine, and I actually went to the Wildlife Photographer of the Year award. Have you seen in the Natural History Museum in London where there's the huge skeleton of the dinosaur in the main
In the museum, the
foyer?
history museum,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we had all dinner tables sitting around there. It was basically an
nice.
awards ceremony.
Wonderful.
was lovely.
That's amazing. Yeah. So
Life before goer.
what are you trying to say, man?
I'm just saying it was amazing in the Natural
I took
History
you to
Museum.
Salage last week. We went to Salage. There was no dinosaur there, but the food was
I've
amazing.
been to Salage for weeks.
We've done 50 shows.
We have. You
Are we
want
gonna
to
get
get
into-
onto that? Yes. But Okay, I just also wanted to talk about the fact that World Autism Day is coming up on the 2nd of April. Preceding that is April Fool's Day. So I just thought, we all want to inject a bit more fun and humor into the world. So I just basically thought it would be just really, really nice if we could just have, some like silly little pranks, that kind of thing.
For April's Fool.
Yeah, on the 1st of April. You used to do silly little pranks with your mum.
I can't tell you, I miss my mum. She's not here to do pranks on her, but I will do a couple. I've been known. I am world famous for the pranks No, I don't know. Quickly, let's talk about we had Dr. Nandita on the show.
Yeah.
Sethu. When is World Autism Day, by the way?
That's on the 2nd of April. It's on the 2nd of April, which is on Thursday. So I just wanted us to check in with Dr. Nandita to find out what they're doing to promote World Autism Day and just see whether there's an opportunity for us to chip in and help out.
While we're speaking about Nandita and Sethu, Dr. Nandita and Sethu, what is their website? Ajoy, you should know this. Your sister's there. What is the website?
I think it is www.sethu.org.
Are you making that up?
I could be, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You can check it out.
Look it up for me. I think that's a great day to celebrate World Autism Day on the 2nd of April. Mm-hmm. Amazing. There's another thing. I like the other one. What was the one you mentioned when you turn off the lights for an hour?
Earth Hour.
Earth Hour. They should do that. Is that
I got it wrong. Wrong. It wasn't. .in, I think. Char.
And never mind, move along. Okay, what are we doing? Can we talk about this idiot that drove that vehicle, by the way, into the beach, into the ocean in Vagator?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Quickly,
was this like an early April Fool's joke? Yeah, so there was a guy...
This dumbass claims that he gave his vehicle to
one of the workers or valet in the hotel to go and get it cleaned. Last Sunday morning, it was driven into the sea.
And it got stuck there.
Sounds a bit.
And the tide came in and he got screwed. And he said that I'd given my vehicle to the valet at some hotel. And supposedly the valet took it to the beach to wash it in the ocean. Yeah. And got it stuck. And he's screwed right. Look at this. Look at this. How stupid are you? First of all, it's illegal to have a motor vehicle on the beach. Yeah, cool. And second of all, salt water is corrosive. And you have just screwed yourself. They pulled it out. I don't know how they pulled it. How'd they pull it out, dude?
They had to tow it out.
They got a JCB.
Oh yeah, dude, there it is. But how dumb are you? Your insurance is not going to cover this.
No, of course.
You've just shot yourself in the foot. Yeah. Because your dumbass thought you were smarter than everybody else, and you could circumvent the law. Yeah. And now you're paying for it in a very, very public way. They're going to find the shit.
Maybe they invented a new, first of its kind, indigenous amphibious vehicle. They were testing it out.
Not quite, James.
You should leave the country, dude. Definitely not. That kind of stupid solution or suggestion.
But it's been this vehicle's from Gujarat.
Yeah, he deserves to lose his vehicle.
That's ridiculous.
Okay,
so
we're going to run out of time. Let's get going.
We're going to celebrate our first 50 episodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing this for a long time, sweetie. The whole team and I appreciate it. I'm going to say my thanks at the end of the show. We've been doing the show for a very long time. We've done 50 episodes, and I hope you've enjoyed what we do and had a laugh. You have a laugh along with us. We don't take ourselves seriously, but at the end of the day, we do what we do so that people can be made aware of what's happening, good, bad, or ugly, and have a laugh along the way. I give you my opinion, what I think is in my little pea brain, what I'm thinking at the time. We've enjoyed doing this.
Yeah.
And we've got social media handles. We're not putting them, I don't want them on the screen. But the reason we're doing the show is just to make people aware of what's happening, have a laugh, and educate people along the way. Mm-hmm. We've done 50 episodes, guys. Ajoy. Willie.
Time flies when you're having fun.
And I hope you've had fun. Willie, what's your dude? What are we going to do? We've had a lot of people comment. By the way, I want to say thank you to all the people that are always involved and have sent us messages and comments. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of comments that we have read, but we've got a lot of comments and interactions that we have unfortunately not been able to reply to.
No, it's not that we won't reply to them. Actually, Kirsten's been working really, really hard, collating responses and stuff like that. So even if you haven't heard from us yet, you will be doing so in the future, because we want to invite you to comment again and just come back and, search around a little bit more on what we're doing.
All righty. What are we doing? What do you want to do now?
So basically, Kirsten and Neil have worked really, really hard on this this week and put some content together from the first 50 episodes. So first of all, we're going to see a nice little montage that Neil put together.
We're doing that right now?
Yeah.
Neil Rodrigues is our social media big shot, and Yusuf Mataji works very, very closely with him and gets his stuff out there. I'd love to see this montage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is something from the heart that I haven't seen this before. I hope it's good. But the fact of the matter remains, we do what we're doing. We're very passionate about it. Play it. Mark Seagraves, Walter Lobo, Paula Beatty, Axel, Isha. Speaking about more expensive, we were talking about the tariffs a little while ago. My good friend and yours, Mr. Donald J. Trump in the U.S. had a buffet. It looked like a game show the other day on CNN when he had this big long board with all the country names, and everybody, mate, it is scary how things are going to turn and prices are going to skyrocket. India was on the list, and if I'm not mistaken, India was at 52% of tariffs. Marky, what's happening? What the heck is going on? We've just put him in office 90 days ago, and everybody's getting a piece of the stick, so to speak.
Well, these tariffs, he's very naive. I mean, I don't know who he's got behind him telling him this stuff, but that list that
Melania.
Bans, I think the most important thing in my mind's eye is really have a deep sense, distill a sense of self. So for a young woman, especially in India, anywhere in the world really, but especially in India, there are numerous pressures put on you by society. Ultimately, you've got to distill who it is you are and what you want to do, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you're asked to account not for what society says. It's about what you have been able to accomplish. So starting off with that clear idea of what it is that you want to do and pursuing it against tough odds sometimes and not settling. And but by not settling, I don't mean not compromising, because you've got to constantly compromise.
Along the way.
But have a clear sense of what your superpower is.
Saiba, it is unfair that you get older and better looking, and when I get older, I'm getting bald and less better looking. What is the secret, Saib?
I just found a new way to hot mix my hair.
Hot mix, huh?
Pretty good, yes. I call it hot mix. It lasts longer than the government hot mixes the roads in Goa. God damn it.
You've heard of Darjeeling?
Of course.
And what is the tea there called?
Darjeeling.
No, there's so many different types of teas. Tea, there's Fodricha, there's Cherieta, there's loads. We do them. They're all locally grown here, by the way. It's not Darjeeling. We support the local economy with all of these local branded teas. Mm-hmm. Next time you go to the local store and you're buying milk, ask them about it.
The only teas I know about are PG Tips and Tetley.
Oh, come on, PG Tips.
That was a joke. That was just a joke.
What are the other two? Ask him. They'll tell you at the restaurant, when you go to the restaurant, you're buying milk and stuff, ask him. I swear to you, you'll be surprised. They have, it's local. It's Indian tea, by the way. Uh-huh. Goan, not Indian, Goan tea. You won't find them anywhere else in India, only in Goa.
There we go.
There they go.
Guys, you're live.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mo.
Now, which one's Anaya and which one is?
So the Anaya's on the left, and
Hi,
that's
Anaya.
Anaya, and the younger one's Anya.
Hi, Anya.
Hi.
Are you watching your Auntie Aisha on the radio? On the
show,
on
the Merv Britto Show.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in, you guys. I'm really excited about this.
So I believe they're being
I like how he says
testing in
Ahmedabad.
2026.
Ahmedabad. It's a good idea, dude.
I tell you what, though, they better make sure that those tracks are clear of humans, of cows, and everything in between, mate. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of
Tell you what, dude,
key apparatus out there, mate.
If you're on the side of the road wicket keeping, mate, you won't need to wipe after that train goes by you. I swear to God, dude, there's go by and come on. No need to wipe. You don't need water, boy. You're clean. Get up and walk away.
Hair wash, man. It's gonna be hair wash.
Oh my God, what's going on here?
Get on with it.
What's going on?
Get on with it.
Flipping out, you look like Mick Jagger now. What's going on?
Guys, be prepared to be shocked when you in the next change of the camera angle. Okay.
You guys are laughing about this, but it's funny. It's not funny. Guys, dude. Sorry, I'm making a lot of.
You guys have just completely put me off.
No, don't be put up, sweetie. This is Merv with hair, sweetie.
So there's a Mumbai man who's offering to hear people's problems on the beach.
What?
For 1,000 rupees. So actually,
I'll do it for 900.
Well, no, but if you delve in a little bit deeper, he's got a sliding scale. His pricing model is 200.
That's a dude on the screen.
He's 250 rupees to listen to minor issues. 500 rupees for serious concerns, and then 1,000 rupees for those who wish to sit and cry together.
I love this guy, and this guy's got brains, man. I tell you what, that is so smart. Good for you. I think he'd make money. Yeah. And I'm so interested. I'm gonna quit my job and start doing this for. No, I won't do it for free. I'll do it for one biryani, one fish thali, depending on how intricate or how detailed or how much I have to cry, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But that is so cool in Mumbai. He's on the beach. You can't get a better location. That's why I moved to Goa, by the way, because I love the beach. I would do this on Kondalim Beach. Oh, Punch the Monkey!
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend. He got a girlfriend.
I love this story, dude. Yeah. Punch is my man, dude. He's finally got some. I can't say it on the air, but he's got a girlfriend. He's got a female companion.
So they're calling her Momo-chan.
What?
Momo-chan.
Very beautiful answer. Just check this out.
Himalaya Parvat is a very rainfall.
What?
And this is the China. This is the World War. And you have. Do not Narendra Modi. What is this? Cancel. I not. Japan, Rus, and Russia. Do you understand?
What the fuck? It is man-made disaster or not?
No disaster.
No
that
disaster.
you like. Rainfall is not.
Rainfall is
because of do you understand of my son theory? But no.
This is Yusuf's uncle.
You have been
this kind of confident.
Underestimate the intercourse? No.
Intercourse gets you.
Aurat, woman is the very well.
Are you kidding
What
me?
is this stuff? What are you doing? Are you messages? Anything?
I'll give somebody good money to get this guy.
In this matter, 8-meter depth. Flood is the Himalaya Parvat is a very rainfall.
Dude, this is entertaining. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that is seductive. He's either got worms or the seat was hot. Oh my God,
guys,
he could be a stripper.
This is Merv on a Saturday night.
This is me after the Saturday night, baby. This is Mark after. This is exactly how Mark dances. I swear to God.
Always.
Oh my God. Oh God Almighty. I don't want to see this again.
Let's go. I really want to go. I love coffee, so I'm a huge coffee fan, so I'm game for coffee whenever you suggest
you
it.
never have the time. You're always busy doing all your big shows and all your big functions. I haven't seen you, and we've made, you know what we got to do, by the way, Aisha, I had a blast 2 weeks ago, karaoke. You are next level. You're a professional, but we've got to do a good karaoke night, you, me, and whoever you want to call.
I completely agree. Let's do a karaoke night.
Friday night, Martin Siesta. I'm going to be there. I'll be there early practicing. We've had good fun. We've had a couple of good nights, Kavalas and the rest. But we've got to get together. I know you're always busy. I'm happy to go for a cup of coffee.
I will make time for you, Merv.
Oh, what a sweetheart. Listen, how's things going with the show?
Things are going great, but I want to come crash your show a little bit more.
Done. How about next week? We do it next week. Joanne's back too, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. We'll make it.
How about now?
What do you want to do now?
But are you up for gate crashes at the last minute?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. If you can manage it.
So like, I can definitely manage it. But
What are you-
doesn't it need like pre-setting up and things?
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
You know what? But at the end of the show, we can win it. Can you?
What are you trying to do, mate? Tell me. At least fill me in on it.
Well, if you want me to get cash the show, someone has to open the
Is she
door.
actually outside?
The door, guys.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Aisha.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy
Happy birthday to you.
You guys are gonna make me cry. How sweet, my darling. Look at this beautiful cake. Aisha, you little trickster, you. Aww.
It's Tom's birthday tomorrow.
It is my birthday tomorrow.
guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Aisha Barreto. She, my sister. I love her to bits, and I didn't realize this is. You guys, that's so sweet. Well done. Give them all a round of applause. Wow, it's been 50, dude. There's so many people. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention them, right?
Yeah.
Shashank. Let's play a game. Yeah, we'll go around the room and name people that were not in the montage.
Okay.
I said Shashank.
Dr. Lloyd.
Come on, what's it? Hello, McDonald.
For me, it was Walter Lobo.
No, Walter
He
was
was
mentioned.
there.
Let me try this in English, Yusuf.
Dr. Nandita.
There you go, Dr.
Yeah.
Nandita. Come on, Willie. Get your hands on the table, mate.
I don't remember the name.
Priyanka Seagrave.
There you go. Mark was on there. I mentioned
Yeah.
Paula Bay. She was on the show. Who else? Who was?
We had
really
Joanna
smart people.
Perez.
Joanna Perez.
Yeah, Angela was in there.
We've had some amazing
loads of people. It's
people have
been
asked Dr.
fabulous.
Lloyd.
I said Dr. Lloyd.
I never heard you. I got to say, to listen, we do what we do, but you guys make it special. These guests that we've had, we don't do it often enough because we're working in a very, very tough environment and capacity, Joanne, and you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've done 50 episodes with some amazing, amazing guests. We've had a good laugh doing it, and I really appreciate it, and I apologize in advance for the people that we did not mention because you guys are the people that have made it special.
Also, Merv, we have to thank our viewers and our subscribers.
I'm getting to that, mate. You're getting ahead of yourself. A little premature E in here. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Joy. I'm going to get to that, Bubba. I just wanted to mention all the people that have made the show special, our guests that have taken the time to come in here and sit and talk to us. And I appreciate every one of them. I appreciate every one of you that I meet out on the streets here in Goa. We are local. We live, work, and operate here local in the environment. So I appreciate all the nice, kind things that you've said. But I have to say, for all of you that have been involved, that have sent us messages, left comments, liked, shared, subscribed, it is really, really appreciated. I can't thank you enough. 50 wouldn't be 50 without all of you guys, even you guys in the studio, but I do appreciate it.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been a great laugh, and it's nice to see that we've been able to get some fantastic guests. So we've covered a lot of ground in terms of content, but also we've had a lot of great guests as well, and we want to continue that. And we also want to get some of those guests back, get some updates of what they're doing, what's going on with them.
Absolutely.
Because it makes a real difference, and it's nice for our viewers and our listeners to also hear back from them, and people that are their fans also, which would be great.
People like to talk and complain all the time, and we do this because we're passionate. We want to have a laugh, but we also want to educate people and make them aware of very important things that are happening.
Yeah.
Baba.
If I had a crystal ball, what would the next 50 episodes be like?
We're on a cusp. We are on the brink of something major, and I'd love to tell you right now. We're on the major of some big news that we can't mention, but we've been learning a lot as we've done the show, Joanne, and hopefully we've gotten better and we've entertained you. But the fact of the matter remains, we do appreciate all your support. If you like what we do and want to support us, please like, share, subscribe. Very importantly, tell loads of people about the show. Tell them about us, about our website. We'd love to hear from you. Check out our social media sites. Get involved. Like, share, subscribe. Leave us a comment. The next 50 episodes will definitely be different. Maybe not right off the bat,
Yeah. But I think also it's nice to see lots of different backdrops in that, some of the old things, and see your little Buddhas sitting there, and, you know, some of the other more homely elements of the setup that we had before as well. So I think it's nice to sort of mix it up so it doesn't become bland and blah, 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 and it just fades into the background. Yeah, exactly. But obviously we want to get even more guests as well going forward. So, you know, I think that because there's some real experts in their field and in their topics that we'd like to get people to, you know, be commenting on the marine life around Goa, all of those kinds of things. So people who actually work in those areas
from all the different industries
made some great initiatives. The stuff that we don't hear so much about because people are just working quietly behind the scenes, making a difference. But we want to help amplify some of the great work that they're doing as well.
There are so many great people in their fields, musicians, and like we've talked to politicians. There's marine biologists, entrepreneurs, business people that have done really, really well. I'd love to just to impart that knowledge on not only us, but a lot of people, potentially young people that are listening.
Yeah, of course.
I have to tell you, we've got a lot of big plans for the show. The next 50 episodes, we've built a community, and there's a lot of people that are involved, and I appreciate that. But in the next 50 episodes, I'd love to, maybe not like I said immediately, but the next 50 episodes, have a laugh. We want to be able to collect money, not for us, for good causes. We want to start being able to monetize and have prizes and giveaways, but also generate revenue for good causes. There are things that I am very passionate about: old people's homes, old men's homes, old women's homes, home for the aged, home for the orphans. We've got an ashram right down the road from us that we try to help every chance we get. But we'd want to be able to generate a revenue, generate some money to be able to help these kind of causes and people. And that's what the show's all about. So these first 50 episodes, we practiced our trade, trying to hone what we do. We want to get better. But we're also going to be wanting to try and do some good things with the platform that we have, that we've been blessed with. God's been kind to us.
Yes.
We want to be able to pay it forward, pay it back, and generate the next 50 episodes. Hopefully we get better at doing it, but generate some money to help these organizations.
Yeah, definitely.
Are we done?
No, I think
want to say thank you. What? You want to do some comments?
You had a little bit of a surprise, didn't you? You wanted to share.
What's a surprise? I don't like surprises, mate, because I end up looking like a clown.
There's no one outside the door.
It's a cute surprise for Easter.
For Easter?
Yes.
How about the Easter bunny?
No.
How about a Playboy bunny?
No, look.
How about a Hooters bunny?
Are you ready?
What?
This is in Kalangut, live in Kalangut.
What?
Hey, run! Look out!
They found my pig!
They found it, man. They found him.
Are you kidding me? That's so funny.
Everybody wants Surpirse, poor fella.
The Porvorim pig.
They found him. He's on the beach. This is in the south. That he made it to the south. Who the hell is that handsome?
What are you trying to crack a hair joke? As my mama always said to me, hair doesn't grow on brains, Joanne. And I don't have any hair.
Oh my God!
So I forgot very smart. I don't care what you say.
All that hair he's got, man.
What do you?
What is this supposed to be?
They make all their wives politicians.
Yeah, Baba. Hey, I said, "Can I got it? Best I got it." I think this world would be a better place if we had more women politicians.
We do, right?
No, we don't.
In Goa, they make all their wives politicians.
Yeah, Baba. Hey, I said, "Can I got it?" Y'all have made enough fun of me over the years, over the last 50 episodes. I'm starting to get. It's been a good ride. We've learned a lot, and we don't take ourselves, like I've said this a million times, we don't take ourselves seriously. We're doing the only live podcast out there, and we will get better. But we want to use this platform, what we do, to be able to help people to listen. Everybody's going through a really, really tough time right now with whatever austerity, with cutting back, with budgets shrinking, with a lot of different things. And all we want to do is put a smile on your face and hopefully educate you along the way with what's going on, just topical stuff and things that are happening with our own take. My own take, your own take. But we have a laugh, dude. If we can put a smile on your face, we're doing our jobs. Anything else? I'm going to give you guys a chance. You got a minute to say what you want. I'm going to start with you, Kirsten. Anybody in the studio right now, if you got something to say and you want to say it, 50 episodes down, what would you want to say, mate? Try and say something smart. Go on, dude.
Well, we are doing a great job because I want to point out Bhavita Mandava's YouTube short has got a lot of views. Our subscribers are gone up from 498 to now 747 in just one day.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah, she's got,
liking her.
That's the Chanel effect.
She'd be easy on the ass.
Almost 3 lakh views, 7,000 likes on that, 140 comments.
Nice.
But that's part of what we do. We try to highlight good things that make Indians proud, right?
Yeah, of course. So out of the content, we're the reels and, the shorts that we're creating as well. We're doing that to sort of, get ourselves known out there on a wider platform for people who haven't necessarily seen the show itself. And then they can dip back in and they can watch and they can look at the chapters and see what's of interest to them and come back to it.
Check out the website, themervbrittoshow.com, www.themervbrittoshow.com. It's not always, and sometimes I do feel that we bag and we're always Debbie Downer, but there's a lot of good things we highlight and we talk about and we're very proud of.
Yeah.
So go check out the website. Ajoy, you're up.
Well, on the next 50, we're gonna ramp it up. Hopefully, I get off my ass and do something about it.
Yeah, mate. You're going to have bigger and bigger chairs for you.
No comment.
You're flipping. No comment. Joanne's up to the hill. I tell you what, it's been a team effort, but we definitely want to get better. We want to make an improvement and try and, like I said, we want to be able to help some causes use what we do, our platform for good.
Yeah, of course.
I really want our platform to be the one that people, connect with if they want to brighten up the day. And if they call us live, the more calls we get, the more happier we will get, and the more happier the show will get. So please do call in. We would really like the next 50 episodes to have more interaction from you all because we love it.
Willy Wonka, you're up, mate.
Well, by the time the next 50 episodes come, I'll be married.
Way.
Wah, wah, wah. Mate, that's your problem. That's a cross you got to bear.
You know what he's trying to say, Merv? He needs another seat in the studio for his wife.
Bring her on. That didn't say anything about the show, my friend. You just told us about your marital status. Good for you. Joanne, go on. Up yours.
What? Hey?
I meant to say you're up next. Sorry, sweetie. Only a joke. Go on.
Okay, so for me, I'd like us to be able to touch base with some more people who are doing some great stuff locally, because it's just nice to be able to give those people an additional platform and give us the opportunity to collaborate with them and also see how we can actually maybe help out in our own way, helping them do what they're also doing and maybe amplify that a little bit more. So as I said before, I'd like us to check in again with Joanna Pires, find out what she's doing, what their initiatives are, and how, hopefully they're going from strength to strength. Obviously, Dr. Nandita, Dr. Lloyd, even some of the great stuff that he's doing. So, their Toastmasters, stuff like that. We said we were going to go along and see what's going on there. So I'd love us to be able to do some more stuff live out there so we can do some more filming outside of the studio. And we can also, because that what we were doing in MAPSA, what we've done at the carnival, all of that kind of stuff has made a huge difference. Even the stars, when we went to the star competition in Parra, so we want to be able to do more of that kind of stuff as well, because it's nice to see what's going on locally.
It is. And everybody that meets me, and a lot of the people that meet me, not everybody, but a lot of the people that meet me that watch the show, love the show, and blah, blah, blah. But it's at the end of the day, the whole premise of the show is being able to give back, to be able to do something.
Yeah.
We've got a platform. We're lucky, unlike most people that get angry, annoyed, frustrated, irritated. We've got a place to vent.
Yeah.
And we talk about these things just to make sure that people are aware of what's going on in a place that we love and we cherish, that we've seen a lot of the development and sometimes not so good. So well done, all of you guys. I get all the credit, by the way. I've got to tell you this. I get all the credit and I don't take any of it. I do what I do and I enjoy doing what I'm doing. It's you guys that put it together that make it special. So Mrs. Britto, thank you very much. Mr. Cardozo, thank you. Mr. Barretto, thank you. Mr. Ribeiro, so you're relatively new, but I do appreciate all the hard work you put in. What's his name? Neil's not in the office. He's not in the studio. Neil Rodriguez, thank you guys. Yusuf Mataji, with all your whining and moaning and menstruating, you're a good guy. And although we give you a lot of grief, thank you guys for everything all of you guys do to make this happen. To all the guests, to all
like
the
you say,
viewers.
it's a team effort, and it's all that additional
Thank
collaboration.
you to you, Merv, as well.
My pleasure, dude. To all the listeners and viewers, viewers, if you like what we do, please share this platform. Tell people, loads of people about us. And I said this before, and I'm going to say it again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the whole show, we thank you for what you do. If you're going through a tough time, or you know somebody that else is going through a tough time, smile more. It doesn't hurt to lighten somebody's load. It's a tough time out there right now with the war and cutting back and stuff. If you can make somebody's load lighter, do it. Until next week.
Happy Holy Week.
Happy Holy Week. Yeah, we've got Holy Week coming up.
Easter's next
Palm Sunday. We're going to do a show for Easter, but we're going to pre-record it,
I think we will, yeah, because there's a lot of people got commitments, and obviously there's a lot of church going happening.
We'd love to hear from you guys. Until next week, until next show, take care of yourself and take care of one another. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Merv Britto. Out.